Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. So, as you know from the title of this video, today we are going to discuss 6 things that help me manage things in a much more better way. And I hope even like you find one thing useful and you're able to incorporate it in your daily life, then it would be an amazing thing. Creativity blockage. Okay, I have my laptop here with me and I have made some notes, some points that I want to discuss today. And I'm just making sure that I'm not missing on any because this is one book, Good Vibes, Good Life by Vex King, that I have read a couple of times before. And again in 2024, I reread it. And this book always makes you feel like there is so much more that you can do and there is so much good around you, and you're missing out on those factors, and you just start to feel so good at the end of this book when you finally finish it, finally read it. So the ones who have already read it, I know that you would have a journey with me through this video, but ones who have not, I would really request you to pick up a copy, and just give it a go. Even you'll find some online versions that you can find on Kindle or some other place, where you can just go through the book. The reason I love this book so much is because the author himself is telling his experiences with things and how he went about things, the progress he made, the problems he was facing, how he overcame it, the clients that he had, how they came up with their problems, and how he helped them to resolve them through taking all this better, beautiful approach. So I think when we read such things, at the end of the day, you always feel inspired, and I hope you would learn at least something from this video. Okay, so the first 2 points, I'd like to merge these 2 points because for me, they are kind of correlating, and I'd like to take them up together. So it is the law of attraction and the law of vibration. We have read, or at least we have heard so many times about law of attraction, right? But how it actually plays out in the universe, the writer has very beautifully explained it throughout his book, how important it is to have a positive approach, a positive mindset, and that's how we build a positive atmosphere, a positive environment around us. So when we read this book, we actually realize how at times we think too negatively about the situations that we are facing, whereas there is always a hidden thing that we can be grateful about, and there is always a way, a approach that we can change to make sure that we are not getting as affected as we were from the situation before, and get something good out of it. So, for the law of attraction, the one line that stayed with me from the book was, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're always right. So, whatever you imagine, let it be good or bad, you make it come into existence. And that's exactly what law of attraction is. If you constantly think that things are not working out for me, only bad things are happening to me, you would come across situations in your life where you would actually start to experience it more and more. Whereas if you think that everything good is happening with me, I'm doing good, I'm on a good path, and try to say it regularly to yourself while making those small improvements in your actions, in your daily activities, you'd see that all the good things are coming your way, all the good energies are coming your way. That's exactly where law of vibration comes into the picture. Now, if I have to explain it to you, the law of vibration, in like by using a couple of examples. So the kids who opted for science after 10th, तो हमने ना तब एक एक्सपेरिमेंट किया था. It was called the tuning forks experiment in our physics, right? So in the tuning forks experiment, क्या थे, हमारे पास दो फोक्स थे एंड दोनों को एक ही फ्रीक्वेंसी पर ट्यून किया गया होता है. So both are harmonized on the same vibration, on the same frequency. So when you struck the first fork, even without touching the second fork starts to vibrate. That's exactly how the vibrations work. So, when we say that this entire universe carries energy, it carries a certain vibration. Everything is vibrating at a certain frequency. If you meet that frequency, it means that you're aligned with that frequency, and it automatically becomes a part of your life, your environment. And that's exactly what we can learn through these basic examples. Another example could be how we tune our radio to make sure that we're catching the right frequency. It is in tune with the right frequency, so that we can hear that radio channel, right? So even in one of the other famous book called The Vibrational Universe, even there the author Matt Lean, and this book is also mentioned in the book Good Vibes Good Life. Even there the author is constantly telling us that let it be our five senses, let it be all the matter that is around us, everything is made of small atoms, and all these atoms are always vibrating at a certain energy. So the energy that we are expressing outside into the universe, the universe is responding to us in that same manner. So if you are always thinking negative, that's a low kind of energy, a low vibration. So the universe is also responding to us in the same way. And then we'll see that the situation, the experiences, the opportunities that are coming your way are also aligned to the same fact. And you feel like life is miserable. But when you bring in that good energy in your life, that's exactly what good vibes mean, that is vibrating at a higher frequency, just simply to put it in that way. So when you are vibrating at a good better energy, all the good things are aligned your way, and you'll see good opportunities coming towards you. And certainly you'd feel over a period of time that things are not that bad, right? So it's just on the mindset, and it's just the energy that we are playing out at that moment that interacts with the environment, and makes things possible for us. Let it be good or bad, it depends on us. Moving on to the third point, that is stay away from gossips. Now, this is again one of the points which I came across in the book, and if you take me, if you know me, I'm not much into gossips, anyways, but it is very clearly mentioned in our Ayurveda as well that gossips and activities such affect our chakras and causes imbalances. If we talk in the terms of vibration, the law of vibration that we just discussed about, it also affects our vibrations and lowers the energy, lowers the vibration overall. Like, no one likes to be the topic of gossip, right? So why to even initiate one? When we are hanging out in a friend circle, you'd always find some other person, right, who is too much into gossips. And at times I agree that it is not easy to unsee it or not become a part of that conversation. But if it's in your control, if you are able to do so, always try to take that conversation in a new direction. Always try to bring in a new perspective, and you can change the conversation that was previously happening into something else, so that you avoid that entire negative energy, negative circle. Because when we actually observe, either it's you or somebody else who is too much into gossiping, we see that the ones who gossip are the ones who are complaining all the time. They are the ones who are seeing how miserable their life is all the time. So they are just on a different scale of vibration, and if you want to avoid that from your life, I think it's very good that you maintain certain kind of distance from that person or from a gossip conversation that they are initiating. Either you can avoid it completely, or you can give it a good turn to a new conversation, so that you don't find yourself in that endless circle. Next is number four, that is expressing gratitude. Now, this is something that even I have adopted in my life, and I'm doing it sincerely for the last 2 months regularly. So, expressing gratitude is something that we all should practice, in my opinion. So, if there is one thing that you take away from this video, I'd like to with this point. It's simple. You just look for good in everything that is around you, right? So before going to bed, that's what I do. I recollect all the things that had happened with me throughout the day. I thank the universe, I thank God for all the good people that are there in my life, all the good things that are happening with me, the good food that I had, a beautiful house that I am able to live in with my parents, and all the small things that you're grateful for. Let it be the people in your life, or the good things that are happening, or the good opportunities that are coming your way. It is always important that we make a point, a notice of those things. Only then the universe thinks that, oh, okay, she's noticing all the good things that are happening. She's not just always complaining about things. And that's how, you have more blessings to come in your life. So the one thing again that stayed with me from the book, a very beautiful line was, count your blessings so that you have more blessings to count. Anytime I reread this book, I always make sure that I read such beautiful quotes at least twice, because they really stay with me, that they struck a chord, and they help me to make sure that I'm not losing onto these points. So the fifth point is meditation. And there is one dedicated chapter, in this book, where the author has again stated how he himself started with meditation in his life, how it helped him, and over a period of time how he adapted to the habit of meditation. He has just shared some very simple, unique tips that would help you to get into a regular practice of meditation. Just 15 minutes of our day can help us to be better at what we are, to make ourselves more calm and confident, to make ourselves more aware of what's happening around us. So, just 15 minutes, and those are some detailed steps which are written in the book. Let it be rating your energy level at where you are before you start them practice, then follow a certain steps which is stated in the book, and at the end of the practice you can again note down what your energy level is at the end of the practice. And you would see a certain increase, a certain elevation in your energy level at the end of it. If you're not, don't panic or don't think that it is not working out for you, because even a small habit that we include in our life at least takes 21 days to develop and become a part of us, right? So always give it a go. Even the author has suggested the same. He started with his meditation practice for 30 days and every day for 15 minutes. And at the end of the practice of this 1 month journey, he saw many incredible changes in himself. Being consistent is the key. Even the author has focused on the same. Let it be 15 minutes or 5 minutes, doing it regularly and possibly at the same time can help you, see those results visibly that you actually aim for. And the last point is respecting our uniqueness. So, most of the time we are conditioned to do things in a certain manner because ये ऐसे ही होते आया, right? We always act or react or perform things in a certain way because that is what we find acceptable in the society. That is how we are conditioned to be like. But हम कुछ भी करें, there are always going to be people who are going to be with us or against us. तो सोसाइटी के हिसाब से करेंगे तो भी there would be a certain set of people who would criticize you for your action, for the steps you are taking. या खुद के हिसाब से करोगे तो भी लोग जज करने वाले, तो भी लोग कुछ ना कुछ कहने वाले. So if you're getting judged anyways, why not do something that you actually believe in, that you actually want to do? So I very strongly am an admirer of this point, and it's very beautifully again noted by the author. This is that one book that you can, reread every year or every 6 months, and you'd always think that, oh, I missed this point the last time when I read it, or this book itself carries such a positive energy, positive vibration, that you are bound to feel good at the end of it. So, if you have not read it till now, I would highly recommend you to start with this. And again, I like to highlight the point because the book itself, it's not like a pravachan wala kitab ki bas ek taraf se bole ja rahe. Those are like real life examples that the author has himself lived, or his clients, through the clients that he gets to hear, and how they have developed themselves into a better beings. So that actually helps us to understand things in a much more better way, in a new perspective. So if that resonates with you, which I feel very strongly that it would, because those real life experiences are the strong key of this book. And if you're planning to start reading a book, I think this would be a very good option to begin with. So yeah, these were the things that helped me, and I hope at least one thing resonates with you. If it does, do let me know. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.